Well, hello, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of your conference. I'm Brigadier General Retired Roy Robinson. I'm the President of the National Guard Association of the United States here in Washington, D.C. I have to tell you, I couldn't be any prouder of what you've been doing out there across the country in terms of the COVID response and the response to the civil unrest and the things going on here in D.C. and the things that are going on throughout the country and some of your state capitals. I'm just absolutely in awe of the National Guard's contribution to this country in the last 18 months. We're working very hard, although COVID-19 has changed some of the ways that we're able to conduct the business of the association. It hasn't stopped us from doing the business of the association. We've actually had a very productive 2020, and we're off to a great start in 2021. We're continuing to talk almost daily on the importance of continuing to equip you with the latest, the best technology available in terms of aircraft, armored vehicles, rotary wing helicopters, from every imaginable aspect to include the remanufacture of the Humvee fleet. We continue to have those conversations, and most of those were expected last year, and we're continuing to work them into 21. We actually had some things unexpected that came to the forefront in 20, and I guess about the end of February last year, when the federal government decided that the National Guard needed to be involved in the COVID-19 response. Initially, those orders were for less than 30 days, with a limit on almost 30 days. As most of you know, and we knew here in August, it has to be at least a 31-day order for your soldiers and airmen to be covered for health care under TRICARE benefits. We immediately launched into response mode. We reached out to the federal officials involved, to both of the Department of Defense, the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of the Services involved, and we petitioned basically on your behalf that the minimum days orders would be at least 31 days to ensure that every member of the National Guard that was involved in the COVID-19 response would be covered by TRICARE health insurance. And frankly, I'm proud of what we did there. It actually involved the news media and a lot of other places where we could emphasize the importance of ensuring that those members are covered. We've continued to go down that road as we've gone through the year. You know, initially, any soldier or airman coming back from an overseas deployment, as they come back and transition back to their civilian life, they're authorized 6 months of TRICARE. It's called TAMP. We petitioned to the Congress and actually got it written into the NDAA that any of the COVID-19 responders out of the National Guard, in both the Air National Guard and the Army National Guard, would receive that 6 months of coverage post-deployment, the TAMP coverage, as do any of the other members of the Guard who are serving around the world. You know, we continue to have this conversation. We're actually very pleased with the kind of the progress that we've made on the equipment side, some of the personnel issues that we've been involved in rectifying legislatively. But this has really kind of highlighted an issue that we've been working on for a while, and I think you're going to see an uptick this year. Most leaders, and each of you fall into the category. I mean, doesn't matter if you're a squad leader, platoon leader, you know, if you're managing a company formation, if you're commanding at the battalion or brigade level, I think all of you are going to feel the same way I do. We should never ask our soldiers and our airmen to go into a situation where they're being exposed to something that could possibly cause them some medical issues, be it COVID-19 or some other pandemic or some other response to a natural disaster where they are physically at risk and not ensure that every member of that formation is covered by TRICARE. And it should be, at this point in time, where we are as a nation. If you volunteer and you stand in a formation and wear the cloth of this nation, you should have TRICARE health coverage for the service members at no cost. You shouldn't pay premiums, you shouldn't pay copays, you shouldn't pay deductibles. Every member, without regard to the component that they represent in their service to the nation, should not have to worry about health care coverage or any of the money involved in ensuring that that coverage is in place. So we've got it now as one of our major priorities for this year. I'm sure that you've heard the Chief of the National Guard Bureau, General Hokanson, has also made it a priority, part of his priority list legislatively for the National Guard Bureau. I think with the team that we've got and with each of you out there in the states, we need you to reach out to your congressional delegation. I have to say, I was doing a report on one of the news channels when this issue initially kind of reared its head and got the attention that it deserves. And basically I was asked about the likelihood of some of our younger members going into a COVID response mission without health care coverage. And the word that I used to describe it was unconscionable. And I still believe that strongly. I know of no time, any mission that we should ever send our young men and women of the National Guard, whether they're in the Air National Guard or the Army National Guard, into a situation where that threatens with bodily harm or it threatens, puts them at risk in terms of being exposed to the elements or to natural disasters or some type of pandemic like COVID-19 without ensuring that they're covered by health care. So that's going to be one of our main priorities. I ask for your help. I congratulate you for having a conference and coming together and at least sharing the things that are going on within your state association and giving me an opportunity to talk to you about the National Guard Association of the U.S., your national association. I can't wait to get the Guard family, Guard Nation back together face to face so that we can talk and communicate on issues where our corporate partners will be involved and all of our retirees will be able to come back into the fold and we can have an in-face conference, kind of the family gathering that we have had historically every year. And I encourage you to be a part of it. And I look forward to seeing you there. Take care of each other. Keep doing what you're doing. And God bless you.